Humans have been looking for faster ways and more comfortable means to travel since the beginning of time. The wheel was the first invention, followed by carts and wagons, steam power, and finally the internal combustion engine. The next wave of innovation included electric automobiles, bicycles, and autonomous vehicles. Ideas that appeared to be exclusive to science fiction are now becoming a reality. Welcome to the channel, subscribe, and let's dive in. Transport hasn't altered significantly since the 1950s, when commercial planes first appeared. Although the usefulness of our automobiles, ships, trains, planes, and even bicycles may have changed throughout time, they have essentially not changed since their creation. However, the rate of change is set to pick up significantly. It's time for change. It's simple to forget how Henry Ford's car for the great multitude transformed the daily lives of common people now that we have the speed and instantaneity of the internet. Our civilization was altered by accessible, affordable transportation for the general public, since it allows us to expand our horizons and work options. But as a result of this widespread adoption, there is now pollution and city congestion, both of which are harmful to the environment and to the health and happiness of people. The major source of carbon emissions in the UK, accounting for 28% of all emissions, is transportation of people and products. 70% of all domestic oil consumption in the US is used for transportation, which is also the second largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in the country. So, might we expect to see vehicles a la Blade Runner flying through the air soon? Probably not yet, but we'll always find it fascinating to imagine futuristic means of transportation. Now that we're back on solid ground, let's look at some of the groundbreaking technology that will be available in 10 years to get you from A to B. Electric cars. Electric cars, man, they're blowing up. People all over the world are jumping on board because they offer so many sweet benefits over gas guzzlers. First off, they don't pollute as much, so you can feel good about being eco-friendly. Plus, they are way cheaper to maintain. When it comes to electric cars, Tesla's on top of the game. Their Model S is a total fave among tech nerds and tree huggers alike. It's got a sleek design and can travel up to 402 miles on a single charge. That means you can hit the road for a serious road trip and not even worry about stopping to juice up. But Tesla's not the only player in town. The Chevy Bolt is a rad electric car that's known for being affordable while still packing a punch. It can go up to 259 miles on a single charge and starts at around $31,000. Not too shabby, right? And check this out. Even Ford is getting in on the electric car action. Their Mustang Mach-E is a sick electric SUV that's been turning heads with its sporty design, and it can go up to 300 miles on a single charge. That's pretty impressive for an electric car. Self-driving vehicles. Have you heard about self-driving vehicles? They're no longer just a crazy sci-fi dream. Big automakers and tech companies are pouring mad cash into autonomous vehicle technology, and it could change the way we travel forever. One of the biggest perks of self-driving cars is safety. Man, did you know that 94% of serious car accidents happen because of human error? It's wild. But self-driving cars don't make mistakes like that, so they could seriously cut down on accidents and save lives. Another rad thing about self-driving cars is that they could totally ease traffic congestion. These bad boys would be able to talk to each other and figure out the best routes to take, which would mean less time stuck in traffic for all of us. That's a win-win, if you ask me. Of course, there are still some technical and regulatory issues to figure out before self-driving cars become the norm. But with all the advancements in sensor tech and AI lately, it's starting to feel like a real possibility. Buckle up, folks. The future is looking pretty sweet. But get this, the future of transport is going to be so much more than just self-driving cars. Imagine a transport capsule that's basically your own personal hub for entertainment, work, and well-being. And with AI controlling traffic systems, traffic jams and accidents will be a thing of the past. The UK government is already on board with this future, funding self-driving pilot projects like Driven, RoboPilot and Streetwise. And over in the US, Ford, Argo AI and Walmart are teaming up for a delivery service using self-driving vehicles. It's gonna be wild, man. And it's not just cars and trucks that are gonna be autonomous either. Ships are getting in on the action too, with advanced AI calculating optimized routes based on weather and sea current data. It's gonna be the biggest wave forward in commercial shipping since the introduction of containers. Hyperloops. Have you heard of hyperloops? Yeah, it's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real. Imagine being able to travel from one city to another at lightning-fast speeds of up to 700 miles an hour. That's right, we're talking about a transportation system that could revolutionize the way we travel. Virgin Hyperloop is leading the charge on this incredible technology, and they've already achieved speeds of up to 288 miles per hour during tests. Can you imagine traveling from Los Angeles to San Francisco in just 45 minutes? That's faster than you can say Hyperloop. The potential benefits of Hyperloop technology are immense. We're talking about reduced travel times, improved efficiency, and even lower carbon emissions. It's like having your own personal teleportation device, but without the risk of ending up in a different dimension. Of course, there are still a few technical and regulatory hurdles to overcome before we can all hop on a Hyperloop and zoom off to our destination. But with technology advancing at a rapid pace, it might not be long before we see Hyperloop become a reality. Elon Musk came up with a super cool idea called the Hyperloop train system, which he described as a mashup of Concorde, railgun, and air hockey table. Basically, it's a transportation system that uses vacuum-sealed tubes to shoot people and stuff at lightning-fast speeds of up to 670 miles an hour. And guess what? Virgin Hyperloop is already making it happen, with recent tests hitting speeds of 288 miles per hour. That means by 2030, we could be zooming from London to Edinburgh in just 45 minutes, or from New York to Washington DC in only 30 minutes. The Hyperloop pods are powered by electromagnets that push them through the tube, creating zero air resistance and making for a crazy smooth ride. Say goodbye to long car rides and hello to the future of transportation. Flying cars. Hold on to your hats because we're about to dive into the wild world of flying cars. That's right, you heard me correctly. Thanks to some super cool tech, we could soon be zipping around in human-carrying multi-copters that can take off and land vertically. How freaking awesome is that? The X Prize Foundation is even getting in on the action with their Transporter X Prize, a competition designed to spur innovation in this exciting arena. And trust me, there's plenty of innovation happening. Companies like Z-Aero, rumored to be funded by Google, and Evolo are hard at work developing designs for electric quadcopters that can transport passengers point to point, no roads required. Just hop in, tell it where you want to go, and let it do the rest. These flying cars are like personal jetpacks meets autonomous electric helicopters. And while they'll be a godsend for crowded cities like LA, they're even more exciting for places like Africa that lack passable roads. With these futuristic transporters, it'll be like skipping the copper line phone system and going straight to wireless. Even cities like Orlando are getting in on the action, partnering with NASA and engineering firm VHB to explore how air taxis could fit into the future. And why not? With high energy density batteries, autonomous navigation and lightweight, high-strength materials, it's only a matter of time before we're all flying around like George Jetson. Sure, it may be a few years before we can actually take flight. That doesn't stop us from dreaming big. After all, the future is looking pretty fly. A revolution in transportation has started. Technologies like big data, IoT, and zero emissions raise the possibility of developing cleaner and more effective modes of transportation. Even though there will still be cars on the road, how they are purchased, leased, rented, and operated will undoubtedly change. The advances mentioned above are just a few of what the future of human transportation holds. Thank you for watching, and follow for more.